All right, and greetings, and we have finally made it. We have talked about this neighborhood for so long, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, but we have made it to Watersound Camp Creek. Now listen, we've done business in here, but the reason I talk about it is that it's been amazing to see the progress and the success of this particular neighborhood. In the $4 million to $6 million range, up and down 30A, I'm not sure that there's anything that has been as successful over the last 2 years as Watersound Camp Creek. And what we're gonna do today is not only explain why and the elements that people tend to enjoy, but we're gonna walk you through an incredible home and show you an example of what you can get in Watersound Camp Creek. Now, let's start with the why. Casey, why is this place so popular? Well, you know the fundamental rule in real estate is location. And everywhere on 30A, the location's killer. This one in particular has a certain setting that hasn't been quite as available, and that's why it's been so intriguing to watch it. We're actually just off of 30A on the east end, just directly north of Alice Beach on Watersound Parkway. And so a little bit of the draw of the location has been that people can still be in all the activity within just a couple of minutes, but also they can get a little bit removed from it in a neighborhood that does not allow short-term rentals if that's what they're looking for. And so far, by the results, the market has been looking for it. What I mean by that is that there's not a large number of these buyers that are coming into this neighborhood have already owned property in and around 30A. So they were already in love with like the lifestyle and deciding that they wanted to be down here, but this met the need of kind of getting them up and out of maybe the summer traffic and things of the East End 30A for full-time living, okay? Another piece of it, it is sitting adjacent to what arguably is now the top amenity on 30A, and that is Watersound Camp Creek. We're gonna drop a picture in here just so you can get a visual on it. I can't walk you through there because you have to set up tours and all those good things, but you'll get the gist. This sits directly adjacent to that. Most people just take their golf cart over there. Some house positions, you can actually just walk over there and enjoy the amenities. It's right at the Camp Creek Inn and right adjacent to the Camp Creek golf course. So it's like its own little isolated place over here, okay? And it's just steps away. Buying a home in this neighborhood actually comes with a membership, like you're gonna be a member because it's just part of the amenity package, okay? Here's the trick with this, okay? And this is one of the most interesting things, and I think as an outsider, if you're coming into the area, a lot of people are like, well, Casey, it's not super easy to get to the beach from there, is it? And my answer is, actually, it's not super easy, it's not hard, but you do have the beach club access at Watersound as part of that. So it makes it super easy when you do want to enjoy that day, okay? But the trade-off is this, what it provides that a lot of those other communities don't, and you'll see this on the video today, a lot of the feedback and when my customers come in here and the ones that have chose to participate in this, the lot sizes are very large, okay? And they allow for very large footprints where you can put a 5, 6, 7,000 square foot home. Now we're seeing 10,000 square foot homes and still have substantial backyards with large pools and buffer zones from neighbors and things like that. And that's harder to find, as you know, as you go up and down 30A. So when I say all this and I relay it, and look, I'll be honest with you, when these lots first came out, I feel crazy not picking them up. They've sold for between $420,000 and $480,000. Now you're lucky if you can get your hands on a lot for less than $1 million. And you know what the home prices are going for. So sometimes you throw it out to the market and you're not quite sure what's going to come back, but the results have been there because there was a demand, I think, for location right adjacent to this brand new amenity, location just steps away from the busyness of 30A, but you can get displaced if you want to, and then also just the generosity of the lot sizes that allowed you to create really whatever you wanted to, being this close to the beach. So that's why we're seeing so many custom homes coming out of the ground in this neighborhood. So I hope that gives you a little bit more, a deeper dive into what I'm seeing and my take as I'm walking customers through this neighborhood and helping them enjoy it. But now let's go and see an amazing house and let you just kind of feel, this one's gonna be a great example. It's on the market. We'd love for you to watch this and buy it. But I'm gonna give you a great example of a house that really just kind of takes every facet of everything that we were just talking about and what you can do with one of these lots and just delivers it in a great package. This will be a great representation of Watersound Camp Creek. Enjoy. All right, welcome again to Watersound Camp Creek. So we've got an amazing home to show you today. Brand new construction, around 5,600 square feet, okay? And amazing backyard. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, look at 3-car garage. Again, we're a 2-minute drive from Alice Beach, right on top of it. Look at all this parking, okay? So that just shows you the width and the size of the homes and the scale that we're talking about with this neighborhood. So a 5,600 square foot home is about par for the course for this neighborhood. There are 4,000 square foot options. There have been some that have been smaller, but what I'm seeing is just a trend that is going to at least this style. So when we walk in, let me just kind of go up and show you exactly what that entry looks like. All right. This is a tricky one. There's a couple of different ways we're going to go. Let me go immediately to the left and go. I like to show how the garage can come into the house and just kind of show that flow. I think the best way to show these is like, all right, listen, you just parked your car or your golf cart in a big 3-car garage, right? Very nicely done. We talk about beach living a lot, right? So we've got kind of like a bench here. Sit and take off the shoes if you wanted to. Some storage lockers directly ahead of you. Just really nicely done. Inset cabinets there. And then a beautiful laundry, right? Check out those floors. We're always fans of that. Really nice and tall. Love windows in here. And then that's going to connect directly onto the back side of the kitchen that I will show you in a second, okay? So that's a nice entryway, and then let's go back to the front door if you came in this way, all right? So if you come in, there's going to be an office immediately off to the right. Beautiful lighting there. There is a closet in here and a window, so I mean, this is technically a bedroom, but it's definitely shaped up. And I love the way they did these full glass doors that would go out to the porch. Just brings in a lot of light. Very nice light flooring in here. I'm going to tease you with this for a second. Just nice and open. So much to see. Let's go down the hallway here, though, and I want to end. So, again, on this channel, you know that we are fans of very well done powder baths. Love that wallpaper. Then really cool vanity, right? And then let's take you down this way. This is going to be the primary bedroom. So they're checking another great box, which is huge demand for, if you're going to have 2 levels, they love to see a primary bedroom on the first floor. And this one does an incredible job. That's great how they shaped that out. I love that tub sitting there. Beautiful double vanity. I'm a big fan of the color and the type of wood they used here on these. Beautiful walk-in shower there. Love the gold accents. Substantial in size. And then take a look at these closets, guys. So 2 closets, beautifully done, very tall, full custom. See that right over the window? I love the natural light coming in. It doesn't, they've got so much shelving, it doesn't take away any of the space. And then here we go with this one. Really nice. And same thing. So this one's a little smaller than the other. So let's just call this would be my closet, and then this would be my wife's closet. That's just how that would go, okay? So let's keep going here, and let me show you the size of this bedroom. And you're gonna get the kind of the first look at the backyard, but check out, they're doing an amazing job with lighting. You guys know I love lighting, so I'm gonna go to it every time. Also love those beams. And then beautiful doors here. Those are sliders, and you get a beautiful look out of the backyard. And you know, in the intro, I told you about the size of the backyard, but look at that. Again, that's what's so difficult to find down here. Wait till you see the size of that pool. You are adjacent to a world-class facility, just a short golf cart ride away, but Everybody wants to have that private experience here at the house, so definitely comes in handy. So let's go and see the main living and kitchen. All right, so here we are in the living, flowing into the kitchen. I'm just gonna do a couple of shots here so you can really take in the space. Again, nice and open, great accents. I love this little bar area that they created. If you can see that tile backsplash is fantastic. All right, we just keep walking around here. I have a similar countertop at home. We love this. Great lights. This is easy function. I like how it's still open over there with the dining area, but it's a carved out space. Big fan of that. And then let me point this out. So this is gonna be like a kind of the back of the house here, kind of pantry, separate sink area. You've got some very generous storage here and this as well, okay? And then this is that door that I showed you earlier that actually connects over into the laundry room, okay? Again, a little window right there. Flow out over here. Show you this dining space looking out over the pool area. Just awesome. You know what, for a 5,600 square foot home, this area, it accommodates a lot of people, but it's also got a cozy feel to it. We were talking about that when we first came in. It's just got it's a very much, I think it's got to do with all the tones they have in here, but it's very much a warm feeling coming in here, but it still gives you those beach accents that everybody's looking for. All right, let's go outside. Man, they did a masterful job with this. So, big fan of how tall that ceiling is. See how that shapes out? Go over here so I can give you a wider view. There's some construction around us right now, so you might hear some things. Apologize about that, but it's all progress, right? Beautiful outdoor kitchen. Look at that. That hood is substantial and nice. Nice cast cabinetry. That's gonna hold up over time, no problem. And a beautiful fireplace right here too. So that's where the TV is gonna go. Have a fireplace here, and yes, you would use that fireplace maybe late November through January, and then it's just there to look pretty, but all this is screened in. Love it. I have a big screened in porch. We use it like crazy. All right, nice little touch right here. You walk just directly onto a little fire pit area, and then look at this pool. Again, if you've seen any of our videos, guys, you know that, you see the size of that hot tub? That is typically the size of the pools that we get to enjoy down here, right? So when you see something like that, you know you're onto something good. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, we're just minutes from the beach, and look at this backyard setup. Just incredible. And don't forget that we've got a 5,600 square foot house that's already sitting on this lot, and we still have this much room back here. You can even see with some of the adjacent houses, they go even further back, even with the pool. I mean, that's probably 8,000 square feet next door, right? So this kind of all plays into why this neighborhood is so popular. I love the way they did this one though. I mean, I love having this much backyard space. I mean, in my opinion, if it's gonna give you that option, it's just something that stands out down here that's hard to replicate. Again, this neighborhood, if you called me and said, hey Casey, I like the lot size at Watersound Camp Creek, can you show me another neighborhood like that also you can get down to the beach in a few minutes, it has amenities next door? I mean, I'm gonna tell you, not sure we have one, right? So that's what's making this so intriguing. When you go and try to replicate this, very, very hard to do. Let's go inside and check out the second level. All right, second floor landing, and a couple of different ways you can go, but I'm gonna walk directly in here and show you this kind of bonus space. In my opinion, this would be like an upstairs living. It certainly sets up that way, and I'll show you the doors they kind of have for it. These sliders, very nicely done. Love that ceiling. Hoping that's coming through there. Just a really nice job. So a very generous, you know, second floor living rooms, whether it be guests or kids, it turns into a very nice and needed thing. And then you have this fridge area here, okay? I'm gonna walk you toward, this is gonna be going back out toward the front. I'm gonna take you all the way back down, and we're gonna go to what's kind of over the garage area, okay? Kind of start from there. So this is like a whole separate bedroom back here, and I'm gonna show you some bonus space. I love what they did with it, but they're using every square inch of this footprint. So you have this great room, have this awesome little bath, full bath, beautiful tile. Take a look at that, all right? And then same tile spills into this very generous shower, okay? There's a closet back there. Again, we're kind of over the garage. Let me show you this. So you got a closet right here, all right? Then you've got like bonus, you know? I can see somebody using this for storage if they needed it, but I mean, you could do a ton in here. I mean, you could put a pool table in this space. It's got a little bit of an A-frame feel out toward the front, but at the same time, like I'm over 6'2", I'm walking in here freely, so it's nothing you have to duck over. So it's we like hidden rooms. Do with that what you will. Might turn that into a little man cave or something back there, depending on what I use this room for. All right, let's go right here, and they put a laundry. You saw the generous laundry on the first floor, but let's go ahead and give you one upstairs as well. Really nicely done. Kind of the same kind of cabinetry and everything. Just awesome. Plenty of storage. Keep going. Another bedroom here, okay? Again, we're walking from the front to the back. It's a generous bedroom. There is a closet, as you can see. And then this is gonna be a Jack and Jill situation with a double vanity going out. So this has a door out to the hallway, which is great, because I guess if somebody were sleeping in the bonus room, let's call it, could do that as well. But really, I love that tile. Look at that color. That kind of Carolina blue, let's call it. Nobody says baby blue anymore. Everybody says Carolina blue. That's, I guess, really good for North Carolina. They've kind of taken that on, right? Carolina blue. So another great lighting fixture, and then a bedroom. So 3 bedrooms so far on this top level, a little bonus room behind one of the closets and the one over the garage area, and then Jack and Jill bath between these two. So that's the long hallway we just came down. We're back at the stairway, right? And then you got this bonus room right here. So on this level, technically there's 2 bonus rooms. Let me start and show you this additional bedroom here. Again, really good job with the lighting. This kind of overlooks the front, give you a little bit better perspective of where we just came from. Beautiful house going in across the street. Look at all that parking again. All right. Again, double vanity here. Very generous on the countertop sizes. Lots of little gold touches in here. Beautiful flooring. Honestly, I love it when, look at that, that is gorgeous. I love it when each bathroom kind of has its own character, right? You go into it, it's okay to have a lot of similar bathrooms. There's nothing wrong with that. But when someone's taking the time to make something feel unique, closet there. Let's see what we've got over here. Oh, another tub. I like that. Very simple, very clean, but I think having a tub option up here too, we are seeing that, right? Whether it be somebody's got little ones that are gonna be guests or whatever and just wanna have another bathtub, no harm in that, okay? So plenty of options up here. Like in the 5,600 square feet, you know, I love all the bonus space. Like we're getting a lot of demand for that. Like it's great to have great outdoor area, great to have a nice substantial living room downstairs, but when you can give bonus space like you do in this one, it just adds to it. So let's wrap this one up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this one. We're gonna post a link below, and thank you to the agents with Scenic Sotheby's for letting us show their incredible listing, and Winicki and her team. We're gonna leave their info below just to give them a shout out. But listen, I'm grateful that we were able to walk through this house because I've been talking about Watersound Camp Creek. I'm gonna do a video just breaking down even more about it, but I thought it was best just to kind of walk and talk and just kind of tell you and let you feel and experience why it's so popular. And I felt like this home at 5,600 square feet with the generous backyard that it is, and just done and so finished out so nicely, it was a really good representation of why this neighborhood is getting the activity that it is and kind of what surrounds and allows me to give you my take on from my customers on why this has become so popular. So if you'd like more info, just let us know, and we look forward to bringing you more videos like this one.